What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I had to make an update. I want to talk about Mayweather Promotions, talk some about Golden Boy, as well as the Shitfest, aka Danny Garcia, Rod Salka, and Lamont Peterson card. So I already made two videos about the Garcia Peterson card. It's horrible. There's no justification for it. That's why I made this meme. Shout out to Dan Rayfield of ESPN who retweeted this to his 136,000 followers. Appreciate that support. Glad you got a kick out of it. But I'm real. I meant that. This is a horrible card, and this picture represents, and this meme that I made pretty much represents what Al Haymon did. He just found any fucking bum that he could, and put it together. You know, he put a card together. You have to understand one thing: the Barclays is a new state-of-the-art venue, and it's actually partnered with Golden Boy. Notice how a brand new venue, you've never seen a top rank card in that venue. So basically, they put together a card that to appease the date, you know what I'm saying? Just to appease the date, and that was it. There was like no thought put into it. You don't have to put a lot of promotion behind it. It's like they don't even care if it sells or aren't expecting it to sell. I mean, I don't see how you could be expecting it to sell putting this together. Similar to if you guys follow music, a lot of times the record labels, the artists owe a record label 5 albums, let's say. And let's say you already put out four, so you're on your last album and you want to move on to different things. You don't want to be signed to this record label. A lot of times, artists will put out like a greatest hits album or album, and it's their worst album because they didn't put much thought into it. They were just doing it to fulfill their contract, their end of the bargain. And that's what I think Golden Boy did with this fight. They had the date locked in. They were supposed to put together and provide a fight for August 9th. It was supposed to be Kell Brook, Sean Porter. Some shit came up. So all of a sudden, they still had to contractually fill that date, fill that void. So they just strung together a low risk bullshit fight with champions on it and figured like, oh, we could just sell this to the public. But I've analyzed it multiple ways. Fuck that. There's absolutely no way anyone's going to convince me this is good, especially for Danny Garcia. Lamont Peterson, he kind of sort of gets a pass. Not really. He's still fighting a fight that we don't want to see him fight. However, he is not on the same path as Danny Garcia. He took a 15-month layoff after he tested positive. Then he had a little bit of a tough time with De'Aaron Jean early, a little bit of ring rust. Got knocked out by Lucas Matisse, and in my opinion, he should have lost his belt, but they fought at a catchweight, so the belts weren't eligible for that particular bout. So he shouldn't even really technically be a champion had they not done that fuck-ass catchweight shit with the Matisse fight. And then Matisse would have lost to Danny Garcia, so that would have eliminated Peterson's belt. But they knew what they were doing. Danny Garcia, different, because he's actually spoiled us by being the underdog in a lot of fights and taking tough fight after tough fight. He stepped up against Eric Morales, where Morales was the veteran. He fought Morales in a rematch just to appease the rematch clause. Then he fought Amir Khan. He fought Zab Judah, which is a stylistically bad style, southpaw with power. That's athletic for his style. And he fought Lucas Matisse. Then you follow up with Mauricio Herrera, which was supposed to be a tune-up. And now you struggle with that, and in my opinion, lost that fight. Now you're claiming that you won in interviews, but you're fighting Rod Salka, which nobody wants to see. So to me, that's some bullshit. No justification for the lineal champion fighting two tune-ups in a row. According to them, the Mauricio Herrera was supposed to be a feel-good fight. I mean, what advantage didn't he have? Mauricio Herrera already lost to Kareem Mayfield. Mauricio Herrera had to travel to Puerto Rico, which Danny Garcia is of Puerto Rican descent. Mauricio Herrera is of Mexican descent. So, I mean, what advantage did he have? Like, what advantage did Mauricio Herrera have? None. And he still showed up, and he still, in my opinion, beat Danny Garcia. No justification for this bullshit of a card with Lamont Peterson and Danny Garcia. And the crazy thing is, Angel Garcia, Danny Garcia's pops, was vehemently telling the public in interviews that Lucas Matisse was a bum, and both times he stepped up, he fought Zab Judah and Devin Alexander and lost, and everything else was a bum. Now your son, well, who is he fighting? a fucking bum that nobody cares about with 3 knockouts and is ranked number 77. Not even at 140. At 135, he's ranked number 77. Bullshit. There's no way you could justify this as being a good fight. Please stop asking me my opinion about it. People who are leaving comments, I've given it to you for 3 videos, and it's not going to change. There's nothing that can change and spin this. Like, you could even make an argument, and I'm telling you, I don't even want to see this fight. But let's say throw Zab Judah in a rematch with Danny Garcia, or throw Zab Judah against Lamont Peterson. I personally don't even want to see Zab Judah fight, especially after that piss poor performance against Paulie Malignaggi. This is my personal taste. I don't even care if I ever see Zab Judah in the ring again. I don't really want to see it. I think he should just hang him up, do training, do the Judah gym or some shit. But I would have accepted. I would have complained a little bit, but I would have accepted a fight with Lamont Peterson and Zab Judah, or a rematch with Zab Judah. And Zab Judah doesn't even really deserve another title shot because he didn't really do much in the Danny Garcia fight. I mean, he made it interesting in the last 3 rounds. I'll give him that. So that's how I would be a little bit more open to that particular fight. But Danny Garcia against someone who's not even a 140 pounder, who's not ranked in the top 50, not even in the top 50, no justification. So stop asking me about that. Same goes for Lamont Peterson. Make sure you like the video. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video's Ego, signing off.